Great. So it sounds like from the panelists, this is very much, if they don't tick the box in terms of culture, alignment, or operations, it could kill a deal for you guys. So it's very important. So I'm going to focus on culture first. So I would like to hear from the panelists, what is your personal definition of a high-performance culture, returns aside? Adeline, if you don't mind sharing your views on this first.
Yeah, thank you. Well, maybe coming back to the first question and dwelling on what you just said, just to give you an overview of what our strategy at BPI France for Funds of Funds is, we do support first-time teams, first-time funds, but we also focus on existing GPs, and we keep on investing with the GPs that we know, as long as performance is of a very high standard, but also as long as the relationship is of a very good quality. And I think that issue of the GP-LP relationship comes down to the culture issue that you're raising. So yes, definitely extremely important. That game that we're all playing, I mean, it's really for the longer run. And as you said, Guy, in order to make sure that performance is going to be replicated, in order to make sure that the team is going to stick together for the 10, 12, 15 years that the fund is going to last. And also, if you want to support GPs that eventually are really building a firm, which is what we at BPI France encourage, you really need to make sure that that culture is really strong and is really it's really the glue that's bringing the team together.
Okay, so it sounds like you would define it as team stability, especially in the senior end, as well as overall returns at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And Gregor, do you have a different view? What's your definition of a high-performance culture?
Well, I mean, high-performance culture is difficult to establish, right? You only know at the end, right, if it led to a high performance or not. So, I mean, if it can be like high octane, but then if it doesn't lead to performance, it's just dysfunctional, right? So, I think on high performance, it's a culture that works for the team. But we think it's very important to have a broad team that's broadly involved in the process and not just a few key decision makers that drive what is happening. And that also leads to vulnerability if there's just one or two people that are driving deals, driving decision making. If something happens, then of course the whole team ends up being dislocated.